Flying saucers, crystal paperweights, and branded apples. No, this isn't the world's saddest office party. It's your federal government's idea of, quote, outreach. So grab your CRA branded stress ball, squeeze it real tight. You're going to need it for this one. The Canadian Taxpayers Federation broke the story after digging through more than 900 pages of documents tabled in Parliament under an order paper question response to an inquiry filed by Conservative MP from Alberta, Michelle Rempel-Garner. Those records show federal departments, agencies, and Crown corporations spent about $13 million on promotional merchandise since January 2022. Now, the Privy Council told every department to itemize novelties, mementos, and gifts and other giveaways used to promote a program or initiative. What came back reads like a taxpayer-funded novelty catalog confessional. We're talking bamboo toothbrushes, beeswax wraps, temporary tattoos, maple candy, even Yukon soap. If it can be silk screened, the feds bought it. If it can't, they bought it anyway and then called it engagement. The biggest spender? The RCMP, which blew roughly $4 million, and then they actually didn't itemize anything. Canadian Heritage came in second, dropping about $2 million on hockey pucks, candle holders, and lip balm, but specifically the kind without sun protection for some reason. National Defense followed at nearly $1.4 million, or about $34,000 a month. Then there's Farm Credit Canada, of all places, a one-agency merch factory. The CTF obtained records which show Farm Credit Canada spent $870,570.22 on merch, including $32,690 on tractor-shaped paper air fresheners, $85,864 on Tough Duck toques, $61,350 on AJM snapback hats, $52,346 on plastic pails, $24,479 on children's puzzles, and bib and onesie sets for babies. The Canadian Grain Commission spent $37,542.75 on logoed grain sample scoops, grain sample bags, canola sticks, and stylus pens for trade shows. Other departments couldn't even track their promo buys. Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada said completing the data would require manual collection and could yield incomplete or misleading information. So they just didn't even bother. That's bureaucratic speak for we really have no idea where all your money went. Meanwhile, across all ministries, the totals stack up like this: $207,000 on hats, $607,000 on bags, $40,500 on Yeti and Stanley drinkware, $51,800 on socks, a novelty nod, I suppose, to Justin Trudeau's legacy, and $25,600 on maple syrup and sweets. Via Rail tossed in $11,400 on Pride paraphernalia. Immigration shelled out $12,000 on bamboo toothbrushes for outreach events. Insert your own joke there. The National Capital Commission lit up $12,000 worth of bicycle lights. Some agencies simply refused to answer. For example, CBC Radio Canada admitted it doesn't even track its promo spending. Why would they? It's just our money. Parks Canada confessed to $847,000 on swag, but provided zero receipts. CSIS, of all agencies, confirmed it buys promotional items, but wouldn't say what. Presumably pens that self-destruct? I don't know. I guess it's also a national secret. CTF Federal Director Franco Terrazzano put it, I guess, perfectly. It's like the government had a contest to see which department would come up with the dumbest way to spend taxpayers' money, and they all won. He added that the feds even spent $11,900 on stress balls, quipping, government bureaucrats dropping thousands of dollars on stress balls really stresses taxpayers out. So here's the scoreboard. $13 million on logo junk since 2022. Millions hidden behind "we're just too busy to provide the details" excuses. A Mountie mystery spend on $4 million worth of merch. And yes, actual flying saucers and infant onesies bought with your tax dollars. If this were satire, an editor would say it's just a little too on the nose, Sheila, but it's not fiction. It's Parliament verified, fact-first information uncovered by the Canadian Taxpayers Federation. Mark Carney's government claims it's cutting waste and Sacrifices need to be made, he says.
And to be clear, we won't transform our economy easily or in a few months. It will take some sacrifices, and it will take some time. Our government will work relentlessly to cut waste and drive efficiencies. And when we have to make difficult choices, we will be thoughtful, we'll be transparent, and we'll be fair.
Here's an easy test. The Prime Minister can start with the swag budget. Sacrifice that first. No more card games, charcuterie boards, or branded bamboo pens. And if Ottawa really needs a souvenir, I've got one they can share. It's a giant rubber stamp that says, "Return to sender." For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. You know, it takes a lot to analyze 900 pages worth of order paper responses. If you'd like to help offset our research costs, please consider making a donation at our special research fund, rebelinvestigates.com.